So in this video, we will cover the concept of Dasa rows, right? In the previous videos, I said, Dasa row is 5 in length. Okay. This is called Dasa. This is Bhukti. This is Antaram. This is Sukshma. And this is Prana. Okay. Now, the way Bhukti is arrived at, it is using the same formula we used in SSS. How does a star lord is arrived from the sign lord? You use the Dasa cycle, do the weighted average of the sign lord planet and divide into 9 divisions. You get the different Bhuktis, right? It is the same formula that applies to DBASP also. So if you apply that formula, mathematically, you can arrive at 9 levels of Dasas, okay? You got 5 here, you got additional 4. Beyond 9, it makes less relevance because the difference between the previous Dasa and the current Dasa will be 1 second. So I think it's possible only up to 9. Okay. We have taken only up to 5 for the simple reason that it makes it very simple. It is easy to handle. If you have 6, then it's more complex, mathematically very complex to handle it. And the other thing is the more you add significance here, 6, 7, 8 here, it becomes this is all less powerful lords, right? So we have taken the first 5 powerful lords. Now, in reality, we don't need 5. Okay. So what I'll be recommending is you need to get the unique 4 of 5. And this will be the unique 4 Dasa, okay, of 5. Now, I'll give you some examples and then you'll be able to understand, right? So let's say you get Saturn, Moon, Venus, Moon, Ketu is DBASP. The unique 4, this is DBASP, which is very clear. What is the unique 4 Dasa? Saturn, Moon, Venus, Ketu. We have just removed the second moon, right? So this is what you should arrive at from the DBASP. Now, when you, let's say in the early days, when the Dasa changes, right? Early days of Dasa change or Bhukti change, let's say you have a Dasa like this, right? DBASP like this, Saturn, Venus, Moon. This is possible, and this will happen only in the early days of the Saturn Dasa, where the first 3 will all be Saturn. So the Dasa is Saturn, Bhukti is Saturn, Antaram is Saturn, Sukshma is Venus, and Prana is Moon. This is possible, right? Now, if you make it unique, this will be Saturn, Venus, Moon. Now, we said unique 4, right? We got only unique 3. We don't have the 4th one. Now, this is possible. Now, if we include the, instead of DBASP 5, if we include, let's say, the 6th one, Mercury, it is possible to get Mercury here, right? As a 4th unique one, which basically means you need to expand DBASP to DBASPP, Prana, sub-Prana Lord, right? You'll have divide Prana into sub-Prana. Now, I generally tend to avoid it because in my experience, you don't see any major life changes in the initial Dasa period. Okay. Saturn Dasa Bhukti is also same, and you don't land up in unique 4. You just live with unique 3 and then move on. Okay. You just live with this and move on. If further research over a period of time, if I feel that we are missing big events even in the initial Dasa period, then mathematically we might have to include 1 more. Now, where do you stop? Correct? You can stop only with 9. The moment you include 9, it becomes very complex. So to make it very, very simple, I suggest you'll stick to 5 and you learn how to get to unique 4. Okay. So if you look at this chart, this is the 5 Dasas DBASP. So you need to arrive at the unique 4 of this. So unique 4 of this Ketu, Mars, Venus, Saturn. The first 4 are unique, right? So that is what is relevant in this particular Dasa. Now, it doesn't stop here. There's one more step, right? In the previous class, I said Rahu and Ketu are expandable planets or multi-planets, right? So if you refer to my lessons on planets, right? multi-planets, right? I mentioned this. There are multi-planets. What does it mean, right? Let's say you have the triple S of Rahu in this case, let's say Rahu is in Mars, Mercury, Saturn, right? Rahu is in Mars, Mercury, Saturn. So what does Rahu actually represent when you say multi-planet? Rahu represents Rahu. Rahu also represents the sign lord. So this is the sign lord, star lord, sub lord, triple S, right? You remember this? So this is the triple S combination. So Rahu represents the sign lord as well as the star lord. So you should include, this is what Rahu represents. Okay. That's why we call it as a multi-planet. Let's say in this case, the triple S of Ketu is Venus, Mars, Saturn, right? So what is the Ketu represent? Ketu represents Ketu, Venus, Mars. This is how we expand Rahu and Ketu. So I call it as an expansion of Rahu, Ketu. Now, it is also possible that each one is dependent on each other. Okay, let me give you an example. Let's say you have a Rahu of Mars, Ketu, Venus, Ketu of Mercury, Rahu, Saturn. Okay, possible. This is the triple S of Ketu. For any chart, this is quite possible. Okay, if this is the case, how do you expand Rahu? So let's take Rahu as an example first. Okay, you have Rahu is nothing but Mars and Ketu. Now let's expand Ketu as well. So next step is Rahu, Mars, Ketu expand into Mercury and Rahu. Right? Take the unique of this Rahu, Mars, Ketu, Mercury. Got it? So this is how we need to expand Rahu. Let's do the expansion of Ketu. Simple. We'll directly do it. Ketu is nothing but Ketu, Mercury, Rahu. Rahu needs to be expanded to Rahu, Mars and Ketu, right? So unique of this is Ketu, Mercury, Rahu, Mars. This is how we expand Ketu, right? So I have also told an example of interdependencies between these two, right? Interdependencies between Rahu and Ketu, where Ketu is in star lord of Rahu and Rahu is in star lord of Ketu. This is possible, right? And mathematically, you need to expand it in a similar way. So I've taught you some examples of expansion, simple expansion and complex expansion as well. So let's go back to the Dasa DBASP and the unique 4, right? So I said step 1, you get the DBASP. Step 2, you get unique 4 Dasa. Step 3, you need to expand unique 4 Dasa for Rahu and Ketu. Okay. This is the third step. So let's do some examples on this, right? So let's say in our case, we get a Dasa of Saturn, Venus, Moon, Venus, Ketu, right? So unique 4 is Saturn, Venus, Moon, Ketu. Let's use the same chart. So let expand Ketu, right? Saturn, Venus, Moon, Ketu. Ketu is nothing but Ketu, Venus, and Mars, right? So include Venus and Mars. You take the unique of the planets here: Saturn, Venus, Moon, Ketu, Mars. So this is the expanded Dasa row. This is the DBASP. This is the unique for DBASP. Then this is called the extended Dasa row or expanded Dasa row. Okay, I call it as an EDR. So students should know how to arrive from the DBASP into EDR. So EDR is very, very vital for predictions. So you should learn how to arrive at EDR. So let me summarize. You start with DBASP. As I told you, there are 4 more planets that's available in Dasas. You can go up to 9. For simplicity purposes, we are living only with 5. The complexity and the difficulty will come when the dasa, early days of dasa changes, when you will be almost having the same. So on the first day of, let's say, Saturn dasa change, the planets will be like this. So if I take the unique of this, there will be only one unique, which is Saturn, right? Now, my experience is the initial days, you want a major impact in life. You need more planets, right? The time being, we are using only 5. Then the next step is you go into unique 4. Then you need to expand unique 4 for Rahu and Ketu. I've also told you what Rahu and Ketu stands for. Rahu and Ketu stands not only for Rahu and Ketu, it also stands for the sign lord and the star lord. I've also given you examples of simple expansion as well as interlinked expansion, where Rahu is in Ketu and Ketu is in Rahu. And when you arrive at that expanded Rahu and Ketu, you'll have to expand the Dasa row using that list of planets, and you'll finally arrive at the EDR. The idea is to arrive at EDR for every DBASP row. So you take this DBASP row. Let's do an example here from this chart. How do you do the DBASP row for KEMAVESA, right? So KEMAVESA, right? What is unique for KEMAVESA? Now, this needs to be expanded. So what is Ketu here? Ketu is VEMA, right? Ketu, VEMA, MAVESA, right? So Ketu is unique, VE is unique, MA is unique, SA. So the EDR of the first row here is KE, VE, MA, SA. So you should know how to arrive at the EDR from DBASP. This methodology, all of you should learn and memorize it. And this will be this KVME SA has got significance, and this will all be used in predictions. Thank you very much.